Now we shall enter a new area of the ship, the mining deck. Notice where it's located on this map and how big and complicated it is. That's because the mining deck pays the bills. All the other parts of the ship exist to support the people who work here.
This may be our last chance of getting out of here alive, Isaac. There's an asteroid loaded up in the mining bay waiting to be smelted. If you attach the SOS beacon to it, you can launch it away from the ship to make a clean broadcast. The beacon's on the maintenance subdeck. You can launch the asteroid from the control room. Damn, the control room is locked. It looks like they keep an emergency access key on the processing subdeck. Couldn't be easy, could it? I don't know how much more of this I can take.
How much more you can take? I'm the one doing all the work while you lounge about in some cozy, secluded computer mainframe, you princess bitch. I think this is my personal favorite area of the ship. It may not be the most exciting, but I think it has the most breathtaking scenery. As Her Highness Kendra just explained, there is an asteroid somewhere on this deck, which has been prepped for smelting. This means the Ishimura isn't just built to levitate large chunks out of planets. It's also built to process minerals collected from those chunks. And it comes equipped with some truly awe-inspiring and imaginative machinery for accomplishing that. Dude, where's your arm?
The mining subdeck is offline for some reason, Isaac. I'll see if I can run a bypass.
What do you mean, why will she try to run a bypass? It's a bypass. You've got to run bypasses. Hey, is that somebody's arm?
I found Elizabeth, but there isn't a single space-worthy vessel in the whole goddamn bay.
Jacob, hurry up! We need to find a beacon.
There's gotta be one around here somewhere.
Oh, those two! They finally got back together in the 7th season. I knew they were made for each other. One thing that intrigues me about the mining deck is that it makes the Ishimura very unusual among science fiction spaceships. If you were to explore your average spaceship throughout the history of sci-fi, you would probably find some kind of atmosphere processing technology, like in Chapter 6 of Dead Space. You'd likely find an engine area, like in Chapter 3, a bridge, like in Chapter 4, a docking bay, like in Chapter 1, and so on and so on. But how many interstellar ships of the great sci-fi masterpieces can you think of where asteroids are harvested and torn apart for raw materials? What I love about science fiction is originality, and for me the mining deck represents that. Undead monsters have become somewhat passé in my opinion, even the ones brought back to life by parasitic organisms. But a deep space mining vessel of a size that would rival the Starship Enterprise? Now that's what science fiction is all about. If you were to think of all of the classic sci-fi spaceships, what are they usually? For the most part, they fit into one or more of the following categories: exploration, transportation, cargo, warships. Dead Space points out a major hole in science fiction creativity. It seems that writers have had trouble conceiving of ways that an interstellar human civilization might use spaceships. The creators of Dead Space appear to have looked around at modern human society and said, what kind of existing human vehicle has not yet been turned into a spaceship, and how can we change that? The result of that line of thought is Dead Space.
Entering zero gravity.
There's a failsafe on the processing control door. It won't open until gravity is restored. But you can't turn on the gravity until those boulders are cleared from the room. Maybe you can dump them into that gravity beam with your kinesis gun.
What's up, Farmer John?
Anomaly destroyed. Anomaly destroyed.
In this room, a gravity beam transports chunks of rock through the processing machinery of the mining deck. That bright gravity beam is the futuristic equivalent of a conveyor belt on a present-day rock-crushing machine at a quarry or mine. Apparently, it's not safe to unlock the doors with the gravity turned off, nor to turn the gravity on with these boulders floating around. So Isaac must put those boulders into the gravity beam where they belong. But first, he's got to entertain some company. Oh, babies. So many babies. Okay, good. Now, shall we continue?
Anomaly destroyed. All free floating anomalies destroyed. Gravity can now be restored.
Step 1 is now complete. Now I'm gonna go sell some of this loot and buy some ammo before restoring gravity and unlocking the doors.
Exiting zero gravity. Entering zero gravity. Gravity restored. Access permitted to control.
The game now begins to get extremely difficult, especially on this difficulty setting. Those necromorphs with the bright yellow explosive appendages are especially dangerous, and the game loves sending them after you from all sides. They're also a lot faster than they look, so it's easy to be tempted to turn your back on them to fight another enemy, only to get blasted from behind. I don't know how easy I make this look, but I assure you it's not. Because this is a tour and not just a playthrough, I am editing out all of the times I die. This segment of gameplay took many attempts before I finally got it right. Well, I think that takes care of them. Now let's go look for some stray supplies, and then let's go get that key.
That's the key, Isaac. It'll get you into the control room so you can launch the asteroid. Don't forget to attach the beacon first. I read another report on the colonist dementia. It seemed to start after they removed the marker from the planet. God knows how long it was down there.
So, the colonists began experiencing dementia and hallucinations after they found this marker down there. That's a little bothersome, considering the marker is currently in the Ishimura's cargo hold. That's according to Hammond at the beginning of Chapter 4, if you're interested. Well, that will just about wrap up this video. But first, how about a little public service announcement? Compliments of the Ishimura herself.
Please recycle any unused materials regularly. Thank you.
Words to live by. Just ask the necromorphs.